Hey YouTube, it's your girl Miss Honey here for yet another TV review. This is Love and Marriage DC. I am late delivering Love and Marriage DC, and I am not in my normal studio setting doing this review because I have house guests who is in the room right next to where I review, and they've been flying all night and I didn't want to be in there creating a ruckus. So you guys get me in one of the old studios for now. But yeah, you guys, we are coming down to the end of this flagship season of Love and Marriage DC. And it's been pretty good. It's been okay, you know, kind of hit and miss. It's the first season. So I'm hoping that they will be renewed and we will get a season 2 because I just want to see everyone in a more comfortable state. I think quite a few of our cast members haven't been there in their best, most comfortable spaces because they were just starting out. Even though Monique is an old hand at reality because she was on Real Housewives of Potomac, she's never been, I don't think, the like lead, you know what I'm saying, center peach, center champagne glass, you know what I'm saying, center crab. I say that because isn't DMV known for crabs? Anyway, you know what I'm saying. She's never been one of the more leading characters. So this is kind of a flagship for her as well. So I'd like to see them in season 2 and just see if it's a little bit easier, more natural setup going on. Anywho, this episode was called Monique in the Middle, and oh boy, I mean, I have so much. First of all, Monique has started on the radio station. She got the radio station job. This was like her first day. She had to be up at 3 a.m. to get to work at 4 a.m. to be on the radio at 5, I think. And Chris is in charge of getting the babies up Monday through Friday, getting the babies up, getting them fed, getting them off to school during the school period, and just entertaining them through the day. I think they're homeschooled, so he's got to do all of the things. And I think it's perfectly fine to be hands-on, to be a hands-on parent. But Chris being new at the game, I mean, hopefully Monique actually got him some help while he was out. Although, you know, I hope she's got help for herself as well. You know what I'm saying? If you got the money and you can have somebody clean while you teach, or teach while you clean, I mean, that's a big help. But she seems to do pretty good on the radio station. I don't know if she's still on the radio station, but Monique is really, really good at gabbing, so I'm sure she did very well. I enjoyed seeing the dynamics between Chris and his kids. The little baby saying me don't want pink, me don't like that, me don't want to do this, me don't. He's like I. He kept trying to get the little baby to say I, and the baby was saying me don't. No, break him of it now, instead of me don't want. You don't want him carrying that on, you know what I'm saying? 12 years old, talking about me don't want. No, we breaking this joker right now. If you want this bowl of deliciousness, let me hear you say I. Let daddy hear you say I. I don't want. I don't like. Me don't like. I was like, where did he get that from? It is stuck. He is on the me don't, me want, me need. Monique's kids are beautiful, gorgeous. And Chris is a good dad. Chris is a really, really good dad. He's not as great as Monique is, but no daddy is as great as the mommy. The mommy's always the better. You know what I'm saying? The mommy always make things taste better. The mommy always kiss boo-boos, right? No daddy is going to be better than the mommy. That's just the way it is, right? It's a good little moment. Later on, we see where Monique comes home. And this is kind of what throws me off a little bit. I know it's filming. The camera crews are there. And he is spending a little time with their youngest baby. And she comes in. She takes her hair out. She's tired, obviously. But it's got to be like 10, 11 o'clock. It might be like noon. And most radio shows go off at 10 a.m. Morning shows go off at like 10 a.m. And then I don't know if they have to do brainstorming or strategizing for the next morning or not. But, you know, it might take an hour. You know, she comes in, she takes her hair out, which is perfectly fine. She actually doesn't have to do her hair at all. She could put her head up in a wrap, but I know they taking photos and stuff like that. But anywho, she takes her hair out, she comes in and she sits down, right? And she doesn't kiss her husband or the kids. Now, she said she was tired. She said she was exhausted. This was her first time getting up. So I get that. But at the same time, I don't know. Maybe it's the filming. Maybe it's the filming. And Chris asked her, how did it go? And she said, it went well. It went really well. It was hard getting up, yada, yada, yada. Then eventually she said, how was your day? And he told her, and he was like, yeah, it's not easy. It's, you know, and it was kind of like he was droning on. She looked like, to me, she was half listening. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Put it down below, right? Again, she said that she was tired, right? So then, you know, he was telling her that it was difficult and this was the situation, and, you know, it's not easy and he's just got to find his rhythm. And she just tells him, you know, the best advice I could give you is to prepare. Great advice. Absolutely great advice. You guys know I've told you on more than one occasion, Monique and I are a lot alike. I am a prepper. I am a prepper. Most of you who have seen my notebooks, the notes that I take when I do shows, I'm a prepper, right? Detailed notes. I make lists for everything. I meal prep. You know, I prepare meals for other people, so I make sure those meals are prepped and done and labeled, like grab and go type situation. If I got a trip I'm going on, I'm usually packed like a day to 2 days ahead of time. Like, I start packing my suitcase the minute I know I'm going somewhere, because I don't like to forget nothing. So I get that, and I think that's solid advice about your morning going a little bit smoother, especially when you got wee ones. You don't have time. Now, you need to order you some pancakes. That's what I would do. I would get some pre-made pancakes for them babies, child. I wouldn't be in there trying to scramble up no pancakes. If I was going to make them, I'd make about 10 on Sunday, slide them jokers in the freezer, okay, and then I pull them out a day, 1 or 2 a day or something like that. But anyway, I digress. It was good advice. At the same time, I don't know, it was just weird. It was a weird setting. I don't know if it's because they have this really natural type situation, and now that they're filming, that he kind of freezes up a little bit. He gets a little bit, you know, stiff, and it's kind of awkward. And I don't know, it's something there. It's something there that's bugging me with their dynamic. It doesn't seem affectionate. It doesn't seem loving. Again, they've been married, you know, 10 years plus, and they got a lot going on, and she may still be upset. He may still be upset about the day they came home from Africa, that whole blow up. I don't know, but it's something weird. Eventually, we did get to see them hug, and I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Later on, we get to see Monique go down, and she talks to Ashley. And she gets to have this conversation with Ashley. Now, we're going to talk about that conversation when we get to Ashley. But then let's talk about Arena. And then we're going to go back to Arena. But Arena and her husband are TikTok famous. So they doing a TikTok video. It was cute. Fine. I've never seen him on TikTok, but I'm not a huge fan of TikTok. I don't like stuff to go by that fast. Y'all already know that. Your girl like to take her time, okay? And I like to watch stuff over and over again and scroll back and screenshot the recipes and stuff. You don't be doing nothing for me in 10 seconds. I don't like that. So, they sit down and they have a really, really good, earnest conversation about the intuitive healer. And he pretended as though he did not remember what the intuitive healer told him. I think he remembered it. I think he's been thinking about it. I think it's been in the forefront of his mind because it kind of coincided with what his own daughter had been telling him, right, Brittany? And he just said, I don't remember, because I think he wanted to see how much she remembered about what the lady said. And of course, she remembered. Arena remembered everything. She was like A, B, C, D, O. And she also said G, H, I, J, K. And also L, M, N, O, P. He was like, okay, I get it. And she said, your feet stink. I was like, Jamie. It was a good conversation. I love the fact when he asked her, did she agree that he was angry or aggressive? And she was like, no. Or that he was a bully. And she was like, no, but you are aggressive. And he was like, aggressive? What are you talking about? Like with the kids? Maybe not with the kids as much. You really be, barking them down more than anything, and more unapproachable, that type of situation. But with me, you're aggressive. I was like, be careful, Jamie. Be careful. If your wife has the perception that you are being aggressive, even if it's verbally, it just can go south in this whole reality TV game. Like, if this isn't what it is, I welcome you're having the opportunity to show us what's really up with you at your core. I love the fact that she stood her ground on that. It wasn't argumentative, but it was in this way where I need you to hear this, right? And Jamie was surprisingly receptive. He was receptive. He was also open, through no initiation on Arena's part, to going to see the intuitive healer again. And I thought it was a great first step. I think what the intuitive healer said to him struck a chord, and she was right there on it. And I think there's a part of him that knows that and wants to know more. Not just, okay, I want to know more because I want to do better for my family and with my wife. I totally think that's it too. But I think he want to know more too, because there might be a part of him that is in pain. Huh? Okay. I love the men in this episode. It was good. It was good from the male standpoint. And by and large, we don't really have these depths of conversation or the richness of conversation that we've had from the men, from the husbands, like we do here in this show. Not from Bravo anyway. You barely got to see the men on Bravo. So yeah, I thought that was a good moment. We also get to see Ashley. Ashley is writing a book, and it's called Get Up and Do It, Get Off Your Butt and Do It. Something, I don't know. It's something like that. Get That Ish Done. It's something like that. Anyway, she's meeting up with her editor or her ghostwriter, publisher, one of them. And they're talking about next steps, what they need from her, so on and so forth, what she thinks the cover is going to look like. We learned that she's not really a picture person. She hasn't really thought about if she wants her face to be on the cover. She really just wants to get this book out because she's thinking of it not just as like a self-help, more than self-help, but it's about self-motivation and self-development, right? How to rally yourself, right? She shares that she suffered from depression. She shares that, one of the things that aided in that depression was the fact that she's dropped out of college twice for her kids, to see about her children. it ain't easy being a woman. It's not easy being a black woman. So I can completely believe that she suffered with some form of depression. And, you know, after watching Ashley over the last 5 episodes, 6 episodes, my idea of who Ashley is has changed so much. I really like Ashley now. And I can see her being the more centered one in this group of girls now. And so, yeah, I hope Ashley's book does well. Ashley Silva, I hope her book does well. And I hope it's a great success. It was a great conversation with her publisher. And the publisher kind of was being a little cathartic with her, right? The conversation seemed like it was a little bit cathartic with her because she comes full circle and talks about how she almost, after doing all the work that she did, got off her square again here recently because some of the ladies, right? You know, she's talking about that whole winter thing. We also get to see Ashley come down to the photo, not Ashley, Monique come down to the photo shoot where Ashley has decided to do the cover. And I didn't like that outfit Ashley had on. I thought that brown outfit, to me, some stuff she do make her look older. It's not that she older, but some stuff she do make her look older. All them appliques and stuff on their clothes, to me, it just ages you. But that brown in a photo shoot, I was like, what? She needed several different looks, okay? And she needed something vibrant and youthful. That brown was not it. Monique comes in and she is out the gate, blogger. Monique, shut up. Monique, shut up. I'm just going to keep saying it. Monique, shut up. And y'all know I love Monique. Y'all know I'm team Monique, but Monique, shut up. Be quiet. You go too hard. You talk too much, girl. You talk too much. You got to learn to edit. Oh my gosh. It's so infuriating. Even Ashley says, not infuriating, it's frustrating. Ashley says, Monique talk about her favorite subject, Monique. You know, and when she got to talking, I said, oh Lord, here come the answer to the question that nobody is asking. First of all, you did all of this about knowing who you are and liking yourself and all of this and all of that, but you've decided to be this bone carrier for whatever reason. You guys can be interesting without this thing. This is not the end all to be all formula. I don't know why you guys, maybe because of COVID, I don't know why you guys weren't doing activities, couples activities and get-togethers. All this meeting for lunch. That formula is over as far as I'm concerned. Y'all need to be taking some road trips. Y'all need to be, I don't know, putting something together where you know what I'm saying, y'all go on a excursion or something like that. Like, I don't know. Monique also want to bring this bone about Winter having nicknames for both Arena and Ashley's husbands, and when she does it just falls so flat. Like, Ashley could care less. She thought it was slightly funny. Plus, she know she got 2 kids by her husband. It's fine. Trust me. He might be DJ Fun Size, okay, but he DJ Fun Size, okay? He is DJ Fun Size, okay? Don't get it confused. It just fell flat. It just fell flat. I was like, oh, Monique. Oh, honey, don't be this person. But if you're going to be this person, you need to talk with Candy Burris, because Candy Burris is excellent at being a bone carrier but not looking messy. She always be looking, oh, that way it is funny because I was with her and she was saying that she was upset at some stuff you was saying. Something about your husband being fun size, or I can't remember. Candy is much better at it. I'm telling you, call your girl up and ask her how to do this bone carrying thing, because you falling flat, you falling short, which means it's not something you good at. If it's not something you good at, girl, maybe you shouldn't be doing it. That's all I got to say about that. Arena and Ashley go because Arena decides she wants to do a skinny butt lift. Okay, girl. She don't have a lot of body fat, but basically she want them to take the little bit of body fat they can scrape up, okay, and put it on in her hips and her butt. Your hips and your butt. Your hips and your butt. You ain't got enough for hips and butt, boo. You ain't got enough for hips and butt. Pick which one you want to sculpt. You want to put this little bit of teaspoon of fat we found in your butt, or you want to put it in your hips? Pick which one. Because you won't be able to do both, sis. You just will not. Okay. So, they kind of, that was a touchy little scene because she kept making little comments about herself not necessarily being perfect. And when you look at her, she looks very coiffed. I mean, very pulled together, quite pressed, actually. And she's super thin. She's an avid runner. And just for her to have all of these little things that she finds not perfect, and to kind of harp on them in a certain way. I don't know. It was coming across a little bit dysmorphic, but we're going to put a pin in that and just see how it goes, right? We just see how much augmentation gets done. Because that's the sure sign of somebody with a problem when they can't stop. All right. Okay. So let's move forward. She also learns in this moment, Ashley tells her that Monique said that Winter said that she called Jamie Mr. Red Light because of the private conversation that Arena had. Y'all remember I said, why are you discussing this with Arena of all people? Low these many days, 2 episodes later, she repeating the story to Monique and calling him DJ Red Light or Mr. Red Light. So Arena don't like that. She don't think that's cool. So she done went round there and called Winter and have Winter meet her for lunch. Would they fake it Jakey real quick? Hey, fine. How are you? Fine. Change your hair. It's good to see you. I see you. Whatever. Let's get to it. She boiled it all down and said, well, you know what I'm saying? Basically, I heard you was calling my husband Red Light. And she was like, no. No, see, I'm pretty sarcastic, and basically, and Raina was like, "That's not what that's don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. It ain't funny. I don't think it's funny. Okay, you best check yourself, okay, before you find yourself wrecked. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, huh? Or I'll do it for you. I don't have no problem with that." And something tells me that Arena is dead serious. Like, we can do this whole reality TV thing, but what you're not going to do is be out here dragging my husband good name. That's what you're not going to do. Well, first of all, you said it on camera to a complete stranger. That was your first mistake. Jamie kept telling you to be quiet, that you tell too much, you talk too much. And I think Arena needs a storyline. She needs her storyline to be filled out a little bit more. And so I think that's why she pursued this angle. Because really, all she had to do was just not talk about it again. And that would have killed the story right then. Her being angry and nitpicky about it is probably what is going to keep perpetuating the conversation, right? Winter is just like, I don't understand why everybody's so upset. You didn't tell me that I couldn't tell nobody. And I'm with Arena. I was on Really B's channel. Y'all go check out Really B's live she did on Love and Marriage DC. And make sure you share her video because we're trying to get those numbers up, you know what I'm saying? And possibly get an interview with one of the cast members. Thumbs up, we're trying. She's a great interviewer and she's from the area, so I think it would be a really, really good interview, right? Like some inside scoop, right? Okay, so I was telling Really B, it's implied. Like, you don't go and repeat what was said to you. If a person told you something about their personal life, then you hold that little bit until they mention it. At the same time, you know whether you telling something to somebody. She said her and Monique been friends 15 years. That's how I know this ain't nothing but Carlos King and his producers, because Monique's supposed to know better. These rules have been in place. These rules have been in place before I was even born. You know, watch your mouth. You know, don't be telling nobody business. You tell your own business. And if you do tell it, you tell it to somebody who know what to do with that business, know how to hold their own tongue. Because I talk to my good girlfriend, I don't have to tell her, now don't repeat me. I don't. She already know. She already know. Act like you don't know. Act like you don't know. Right? It's the only reason you can mix and mingle friends. The only reason you can mix and mingle friends is because you know that your friends ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying, telling every little bitty thing. Like, it's ridiculous. Anywho, at the same time, you told it though, girl. You told it, and you told it on live TV. So it's no sense in you going trying to hold her feet to the fire about it. Hold Winter's feet to the fire about it. Again, this is for a storyline. Okay, you in charge of what that storyline looked like, in my opinion. Not Carlos, you Arena, you Monique. All right. Now, one of my favorite scenes of the episode, and then we are out, is the guys, Chris and DJ Silver, going to, it looks like, he called it a massage parlor. It wasn't a massage parlor. It looks like a Chinese bathhouse. We have one here in Atlanta. It's called Jeju's. I don't know if they have a Jeju's there, but it looks similar with the lockers and the uniform, the short set that you have to wear and stuff like that. Y'all, Chris got double toes. Chris got double toes. I was like, oh, I was hoping for a picture of the feet. Baby, we got a picture of the feet. He got double toes. Ain't nothing worse than football feet. Now, he got a better set of football feet than I done seen. I dated a guy whose feet look like Shrek. Okay. But they got to talking about crying and emotions and feelings and just, it being frowned upon, especially for black males. DJ Silver was very open and transparent about how he grew up, how bad it was, and how being perceived as weak, crying and having feelings would get you killed. It was a very real moment, and it was so authentic between the two of them, the way they let each other speak and talk, and you got so much more out of the conversation because they respected each other enough to let each other finish their thought, to have emotions and feelings in the conversation. It was good. I really, really, really enjoyed it. So that was basically episode. This is what I want to say, and I just want to be clear about this because this is a flagship show. Carlos King also has the wildly successful Love and Marriage Huntsville, and like I said, it's hugely successful. I think DC can be just as successful. I don't think DC needs to be as messy. I don't think DC needs to be as disrespectful in order to be good, in my opinion. I think you guys can be creative and forge your own way. Monique, you are allowing these people to show your husband in an unfavorable light. And you are fueling those conversations by continuing to take him down a peg or two, to continuing to kind of devalue him in the conversation. And you're showing him in this weird kind of light. You are obligated as his wife, okay, bringing him into this situation to make sure that Carlos King and OWN Network show your husband in as much positive light as possible. All right. They did a great job this episode, really just focusing on Chris minus Monique being there. It was super, super enjoyable. But when you're in the picture, you could be giving Chris accolades. You could be giving Chris encouragement and support. But instead, you've chosen to be this this nagger, this right fighter, this quantifier. You know what I'm saying? This know-it-all. And I don't know if that's what you want to put out there. I don't know if that's how you want to tag your husband. I just don't think that that's something you want to do knowingly. I'm hoping that we see moments where we can hear Monique come out of her mouth and say some good things about Chris, because Chris is known for saying good things about Monique. In this episode, he calls her smart and talented and gifted and well-rounded and intelligent and a take charge individual, right? And she was like, yeah, well, thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, she wasn't, she did say you're a good dad, but that's it. You spent more time dragging this man, okay, chastising this man, pulling this man's coattail, than you have been celebrating this man. And I don't think that's something you intended to do, but that's how it comes across. You're ultimately responsible for how we see your husband on this show, in my opinion. Just be careful. That's all I got to say. I'm Team Monique. I love you, Monique. I'm just saying. Y'all tell me what y'all thought of this episode. Is it me, or did she just seem so much more standoffish? Do you guys think that Ashley has given us a completely different outlook of who she is, as opposed to that first episode when we thought she was just a drunk mean girl? She's actually turned out to be one of the more grounded individuals on this show. What do you guys think? And what do you guys think about the guys on this show? How do you feel about how the husbands are portrayed on this show? Who's your favorite husband? I'd like to know. Y'all put it down below. Listen, until next time, honeybees. I holla.